How to Tax. Title: Tax Time Troubles. Main character: Anna, 32, a new cafe owner. She has worked hard to open her own cafe but is now facing the stress of filing her taxes. Anna is unsure about how taxes work for her business, and the thought of dealing with it makes her nervous. She is sitting at her cafe's small desk, surrounded by receipts, invoices, and a pile of papers. A coffee cup sits untouched beside her as she stares at her computer screen. Anna, thinking to herself, where do I even begin? I just want to serve coffee, not deal with taxes. Act 1. The realization. Anna's friend Jack, who works as a tax consultant, drops by the cafe for a coffee. Anna decides to ask him for advice on her tax situation. Jack, I don't understand taxes. How do I even know if I'm doing this right? I don't want to mess up and get in trouble. Jack, don't worry, Anna. It's simpler than it seems. The most important thing is to keep track of everything: your income, your expenses, and your receipts. Let me explain how it works for your cafe. Act 2. Understanding the basics. Jack explains some basic tax concepts to Anna. He explains the different types of taxes a small business owner might face. Income tax. This is the tax you pay on the money you earn from your business. The more your business earns, the more tax you may owe. Sales tax. If you sell goods, like coffee or snacks, you may need to collect sales tax from customers. This tax goes to the government, not you. Payroll tax. If you have employees, you need to pay payroll taxes for their wages. Business expenses. You can subtract certain business expenses, like ingredients, rent, and equipment, from your total income. This lowers the amount of tax you owe. Jack. Keeping track of all your sales, expenses, and receipts is key to paying the right amount of tax and not overpaying. You can also hire an accountant if it gets too confusing, but let's start with the basics. Act 3. Organizing for success. Anna decides to organize her records. She gets a simple spreadsheet and begins entering her income from sales, costs like ingredients and wages, and other expenses like utility bills and rent. She makes sure to keep all receipts and records each day's sales. Anna also sets up a separate bank account for her business, so it's easier to track everything. Anna, thinking to herself, this is a lot of work, but I feel better knowing I'm doing it right. I can't believe I've been putting it off for so long. Act 4. The tax filing. When tax season arrives, Anna feels ready. She uses an online tool to file her taxes, following the simple steps Jack recommended. The online form asks for her business income, expenses, and any deductions she qualifies for. She enters all the information carefully, making sure she doesn't miss anything. The system calculates her taxes, and she sees that, thanks to all the deductions she applied, she owes less than she thought. Anna, I did it! And it wasn't as bad as I thought. I've learned so much about how taxes work for my business. Final scene, moving forward. A few weeks later, Anna receives her tax refund, which she can use to reinvest in her cafe. She's proud of herself for learning about taxes and taking control of her business finances. Anna sits at her cafe's desk, looking at her organized files. She's now confident that she can handle tax season each year. Anna, thinking to herself, taxes don't have to be scary. I just need to stay organized and plan ahead.